And of course, the tentacle still moves when it's detached. That is quite frustrating.
Oh yeah.
Get ready, fighters! It's showtime!
And welcome everyone, it's your boy Zero.
And I'm Ash.
And your boys are back with a brand new series. Well, not necessarily brand new. We're bringing back a series that we enjoy, the Summer of Fighting Games. And we're starting off strong again with the Capcom Fighting Collection. We're playing a very special game today. Mash, would you like to tell everyone which of these amazing games we're playing?
Oh yeah, we are playing Vampire Savior. Oh, whoops. Cyberbots, Fullmetal Madness. That's
Indeed.
right.
That's right. We figured we might as well try out Cyberbots. It's a game that I'm actually very interested in because I played Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, and one of the characters I really liked from that game is his name is Jin, and he's from this series.
So this would basically be his game.
Essentially. So Cyberbots was released back in 1995, and it was basically Capcom's version of the Mech fighter. It's funny enough, actually, is a this game is actually a spin-off of a different game called Armored Warriors. Came out in the arcades in '94, and yeah, it didn't do too well, so they figured, all right, let's go with let's turn this into a fighter, change the human characters, but keep the mechs, which they call variant armors or something like that, VAs for short. And yeah, it's actually quite interesting. You choose the human, and then you choose the VA, the robot that you want to fight as. Depending on the human you choose, the story is different. The robot does not matter. It's who pilots the robot, or the mech.
The robot has to matter because you're fighting with them, as we can see here.
Indeed. So the game is interesting. I mean, the wording is always different. It's not 3, 2, 1, fight or whatever. They go with proceed. Each round is called a phase. And as you see here, instead of saying you win, they go, the target has been damaged. And I find that quite interesting. Just the wording itself adds a little bit of flavor to a game. And I like that.
Yeah, and maybe we'll see something about wording coming up later in the series. Hint, but
oh, indeed.
I will say right off the bat, this is definitely giving me vibes of a fighting game that's near and dear to me, which makes me think, wow, we should have totally put that on here for this year, but we didn't think about it. But this reminds me a lot of Gundam Endless Duel, Gundam Wing Endless Duel, which is a fighting game for the Super Nintendo, and yeah, you pick your characters. Granted, you're not picking like the actual pilot, you're just picking the robot, but
oh my god,
the way that this is kind of laid out, the way that this looks, totally like that game. One of my favorite SNES games, by the way.
Oh no, I don't even blame you for enjoying a game like that. In all honesty, I bet it's fun, and if anything, this should bring back a lot of. It should be very reminiscent of Gundam.
Yeah.
Like, Japan has a long history of using mechs in their shows. As a matter of fact, there's a Spider-Man show from, like, the 70s, and he has a mech. Believe it or not. So, it runs deep in Japanese blood. So, if this looks anything like Gundam, it's likely because they took inspiration from Gundam when creating it.
It could, hey, I mean, that's possible. It could have been, but yeah. I definitely want more like mech-based video games and fighters. I know it's supposed to get a new game, I think. Maybe sometime this year. Might be Japan only, but they announced that it's I mean, not Japan only, first in Japan. But yeah, they announced, what was it, like Armored Core 6 or 7 or something, and it's going to be made by the Dark Souls people or whatnot. You know, I like...
That's right.
I like mechs, and... Oh, I'd always meant to get into Titanfall, but I just never got around to it. So you don't get a lot of mech-based fighters. I'll say that much.
Or mech-based games in general, in all honesty. Titanfall looked like a lot of fun. We never got it on the PS4. My friends got me they got me a brand new copy of Titanfall 2 years ago, and I never fucking opened it, and I feel horrible for it. Sorry, guys. One of those friends I believe that pitched in for it was our buddy Sean. We'll have a link to his channel. If it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have started this YouTube channel. Ooh, I got him. And I actually regret not playing it when it was like relevant, because the servers are probably down. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but hey, the new Armored Core should be interesting. I'm actually looking forward to that myself. We'll probably feature it on the channel, right, Mesh?
So this game is pretty cool. As we see, there's two big robots fighting. Yeah, we should feature it.
Well,
I like this stage, and I couldn't help but notice something. But there's like a power line at the beginning of the stage, and once your robot like passes through that power line, it actually cuts it. Like it severs the power line, and I think that's pretty dope. And actually, we see another thing being severed. Your arm fell off.
yes, that's one thing that I wanted to mention. It's this is a true robot fighter. You can actually pick up your arm by walking over it, and if you look above both of our health bars over here, me and the computer, you see that there are several meters. There's a meter with a W next to it, and then there's a meter with an A next to it. You can even see on my opponent's side, it says arm and WP. It's for weapon and arm. So the more hits you take, the more damage you take on the arm meter, and it, comes back over time. If you take too many hits at once, your arm will fall off, and you lose access to some of your moveset because of that.
I see.
And if your opponent's a dick, yes, they could keep you from getting it back. So you want to be careful.
Right. It's funny too because this is a Capcom game, and that's totally a mechanic from another Capcom fighting game, which is Street Fighter, because Vega's claw and mask can fall off, and the way they get it back is to walk over it. I don't know which one of them came first, because I don't know how that worked back in the day. I know in Street Fighter 2 that probably wasn't a thing yet, but eventually that just became a thing. So if you lose Vega's claw, you do less damage until you pick it back up. If you lose his mask, you take more damage until you pick it back up. Ooh.
Yeah, that's basically the super move. I put it up to a button, which you could do, actually. I forgot what it's called. We'll check it right now. It's called a Cyber EX. And then there's the Giga Crush, which I'm not sure what that is. But yes, it's interesting. Oh, by the way, let's see if we can get a different... Yeah, we can. Ooh, those are nice. And then none. Okay. Let's switch to this one for now, just for a little bit. Ah!
That's so cool. You don't have to put in borders for this episode.
Not at all. I actually love that they gave us so many borders.
Another thing I do like is, I think like at one point, one of the buildings in this stage broke up. So,
yeah, multiple. So,
yeah.
The front part of this building, you see it's all destroyed. It actually started falling at the beginning.
Okay.
And over here, on this side, you can see that it's actually bursting into flames.
Right. And I like that because it gives me a funny idea, which is why have they never made a fighting game for Rampage? That would be sick. Rampage is a game that is very important for our channel because one of the first games we did. But also, just, I don't know, you and I have played it in arcades all the time, and it's one of the coolest arcade games. So it totally could have been a great fighting game as well.
I totally agree. It would have been an amazing fighting game if they had done it, but again, Midway had their plans. They figured they should just keep it as a side-scroller beat-em-up. That little shit tried to beat me, and now I gotta change.
Oh no.
I played with the swordsman before. Oh no! Someone came in.
I will be this person. So, does the pilot matter more so for how you're gonna be fighting, or just the mech?
Think of the mech.
Just the mech. Okay.
Think of each one of those four as the brand, and then the others are the model. And the model is a variation of the one in the middle.
Okay. I will go with Reptos and Mary. So we're gonna have a solo 1v1. It's kind of a thing that we try to do with the summer fighting games. Sometimes the games don't really allow for that, but yeah, this one does. I think you might want to fact check this, but I would expect that at least most of the games on the Capcom Fighting Collection have this setup, since they're all from the same company and from around the same time ish.
No, you're absolutely correct. Pretty much all of them, even Puzzle Fighter, should have something like that, because they were created for the arcade, and arcade games, if they didn't work like that, it wasn't an arcade game.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's how it works. That's how it is. Oh my god. But yeah, let's talk about the controls real quick. So this game has a couple of different mechanics. You have attack 1 and 2, which are square and X for us right now. You have your projectile, which is just a triangle button, and there's variations to it by pressing forward and down. Or, you know, pressing it neutral. And then you have a dash button, which is circle. Different combinations of each buttons will let you do different things. You could even jump and dash. You know, if you press it. Ah, damn it, you're not letting me, Nanners. Sorry, Mash. And then, of course, pressing square and X together, your two attack buttons, you can charge your super meter, which is next to your thing. Oh, I'm already charged. And I've used it. Okay. Ooh!
The way that oh my goodness. That is a very nice super. I like this Reptos guy. The way that the little prompt comes up to kind of get out of stagger or whatever, it makes it seem like the button layout is very similar to anime fighters. I think that's how a lot of games like BlazBlue and stuff have their button layout, where it's like the 3 at the top and then 1 on the side. So the A, B, C, D.
You're probably right. Again, I never played this in the arcade, so I don't know if it's one of the normal index fingers.
Yeah.
You know, like, or the thumb that does the dashing, but I would expect the thumb to be the dash button.
Now that's assuming that those are the only buttons. I would imagine it is, because that's what's popping up. But it looks like the VF layout plus 1 button on the top row. So I would definitely be familiar with that if I was playing this on a fight stick. I'm not doing that right now because we're kind of in like a remote setup. I didn't feel like popping out my fight stick, but normally I would. I think I feel comfortable with pad on this one. Doesn't seem like too complex of a game. Plus I'm button mashing anyway.
I mean, I don't even blame you for button mashing, but they do indeed have you know, special and basic moves. They use half circles, by the way. Half circle forward or back. And believe it or not, a forward down and attack move to rip the opponent's arm off purposefully is definitely an interesting mechanic that they added here too. You guys saw both Mash and I charging, and also the computer charging.
Right.
Holding attack 1 and 2 charges your super meter right next to the to your character face screen at the bottom. It's definitely a mechanic that I definitely would want people to abuse, because being able to use your super sooner than, you know, normal is absolutely amazing.
I think what's cool about the guard, in my opinion, is it's very reminiscent of something like. It makes me think of Dragon Ball Fighters, just because that's the only other game where I played that has that mechanic in recent memory. But like, to me, it's a challenge that if the opponent gives you too much space, you can use that, you know, to build up your meter and put yourself in a more advantageous position. I like that. I like those kinds of mechanics.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Same. I first experienced that mechanic in Soul Calibur, and now I'm actually curious if they got that idea
from Soul Calibur.
from this game, from you know, from Capcom games.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because again, Soul Calibur 1 and 2 didn't have super moves, or 3 didn't have super moves until 4, and you were able to do a soul charge in order to power up your next attack if you were given enough time and, you know, space for it. So again, very reminiscent of this. Again, likely they took it from this. Ooh, Mash, you gotta be careful. This guy's gaining on you.
Yeah, no,
Possibly.
no, I got him. I like stuff like that. I remember when I was introduced to Guilty Gear, I learned a lot about Guilty Gear as well, and they had I do like game mechanics that kind of in a fighting game that make things a little bit more competitive, that make them a little bit more fast paced. So for instance, in Guilty Gear, there's kind of like this mechanic where if you walk towards the opponent, you'll actually gain meter, you know, or encouraging you from
Mm.
instead of just going all the way to the other screen and just sitting there, it's encouraging you to just go and attack. I like things like that, you know. I like them trying to make it so that the matches aren't always going to be so stagnant and samey. I like adding more tension to fighting games and trying to one up, you know, your predecessors. But this is pretty fun. I gotta admit. Besides just making me want to play Endless Duel, I'm actually having a lot of fun playing this, and man, that thing really looks like the one of the monsters that could destroy the city in Sim City, to me.
Yeah, I've seen enough. I've been on the internet long enough to know where this is going. That's all I wanted to say. Octopus boss monster, and of course the tentacle still moves when it's detached. That is quite frustrating.
Oh yeah, it's a lot frustrating to fight as well. He's kicking
Oh my god,
butt.
it blocks so good. You have your super, you might want to pull it out, Mash. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that must be satisfying.
It's called the Super 8. That's like a motel. That's like
Yo, Super ate the motel? Damn.
yeah, that's like a motel chain. What the heck? Well,
Yeah, one of those really creepy ones you do unquestionable things inside of.
the cheap variety.
Like hide bodies.
The cheap variety. Okay, I'll try again a little harder on round 2, but it's just even just looking at the boss is intimidating because the tentacles just move so fast. I don't know what I could do.
Oh, it's intimidating, all right. Gotta be careful with those, Mash. They're gonna get you.
It's definitely making me play a little bit more on edge, making me wish that I could charge my meter every once in a while, but it's just not giving me that chance. Oh, there goes my arm.
Oh, boy. I mean, at least you got it back quick.
Yeah. Oh, there's an air throw?
Oh! Yeah, there are air throws here, bro. Oh!
What?
Oh, you got him!
What? I didn't think that was gonna work.
That
Worked.
That's amazing. But yeah, I mean, a lot of you probably understand or recognize like the red robot on the left and Jin, obviously. But this isn't the only game he made appearances in, obviously. Marvel vs. Capcom, and then the little princess guy Mash was just fighting. She made an appearance in Puzzle Fighter and other games like that. All right, Mash. Am I gonna fight you, or am I just taking over?
I have no idea because Mary is out, so I guess that implies that I'm not in. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can just
I guess I'm in again.
like, come on,
gonna stick-
buddy. I'm trying to
I'm gonna
play.
stick with Reptos.
All right, let's do
But you know,
this.
I almost wanted to
Oh!
see you just take your shot at the boss. I guess whoever wins will have that honor.
Ow! Ah, my arm!
Oh, you're not getting your arm back.
All right.
This is how I win. There you go.
Ow!
Mind you, I'm just mashing. This is almost the first time I ever played this game, so I'm just trying to outmash Zero. Zero, how much experience do you actually have playing this game?
Like the 5 minutes I played before fighting you.
Okay. So
So, practically the same.
we're neck and neck.
Oh, I wasn't able to use my projectile. Okay. So that's another thing I wanted to mention. If your projectile meter is down, like your weapon meter is down, you can't use your weapon. You have to wait until it recharges. There you go. That's what you get. That's what you get, Mash. Yeah, run into my trap. Skewered. Yeah, I started realizing that I like the swordsman variation of Blodia way more. He just works. Oh god.
I gotta pull out a little bit of sentinel lasers.
Screw you and your Sentinel laser crap. God damn, MVC2 was a freaking nightmare with that shit.
I didn't play much MVC2, but MVC3 was a nightmare with that shit.
Oh, I thought I got you. Come on, run in there.
Yeah, right.
Oh!
Yeah, have fun with that.
Ooh!
Ooh, you kicked me out of it. Look at that.
I think it's more like I blocked it. Ow. Oh, damn it. I didn't want to do that. Oh, of course you did.
I survived that by the skin of my teeth. There's literally no health left. Anything in my direction would have killed me. But well done.
Pretty much. No, well done to you. Shit. I mean, I'm the one who had practice before
And
this.
now I gotta fight the octopus all over again.
Oh boy. Every time we do a game, well, not every time, every once in a while, we'll play a game and a goddamn octopus comes out. In freaking Digimon, Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory, there's a freaking octopus that comes out every once in a while. And now in this fighter, what the heck?
You know, it's usually bats. Every game features bats in some way. Especially the old
Yeah.
school ones.
Now, for us, it's the octopuses, man. It's the freaking octopuses. Oh my god.
He's tough. Woo!
Oh.
Well, I'm happy to say that you'll probably get this next, so I'm looking forward to watching you play it.
I mean, we'll see. Jesus Christ. But yeah, everyone, we're playing fighting games all month of July, once a week. And we're going to be showcasing more games after this one, obviously, next week.
Oh, yeah.
Mash, would you like to tell them what the next game's going to be?
Oh, I like a nice surprise. Why not let them figure that out when it comes up? But I'm gonna say, I'll give everyone a hint. It's definitely an absolute classic. And
It definitely
you know,
is.
that's not really a good.
One of my favorites.
It's not really a good hint because there's tons of classic fighting games. But yeah,
It's a universal classic.
Yeah.
I think I got a good hint. It's going to be a match to remember.
you pretty much just gave it away.
We'll see if people catch on to it. Let us know in the comments below if you know which one we're talking about.
I would say let us know if you don't know what we're talking about because what are you doing?
Yeah.
I feel any arcade that you go to has this game.
It should have the game. I've been to a few that don't.
Well, my last ditch effort was to do a super, but he projectiled me out of it. Yeah.
I keep pressing the wrong button. All right, I'll give this one last shot just to end it off for our first Summer of Fighting Games video.
2023. This would not be like the third
Indeed.
year we're doing this.
No, I don't get to fight it.
Oh.
I don't get to fight it. Oh, never mind. We might as well just end it here while I'm fighting.
You have to start all over?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I guess it's because it depends on the human. Because I didn't choose the same human that you were using, I'm not going to be able to do it.
Well, you couldn't because Mary was not selectable, so there's that.
Oh, that move is so nice. But yeah, we want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching the beginning of our Summer of Fighting Games. We decided to do a little bit different this year because time constraints, obviously. The videos are going to be a little bit shorter than last year's as well, for that same reason. But yeah, we still hope you guys enjoy it. All month of July, we're going to be showing off one fighting game we wanted to showcase a week. And yeah, we want to know what you guys think. So let us know in the comments below. What do you think of Cyberbots? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it deserves a remake?
I would definitely say I would play a remake of this. Was there any other game, or is this just a one-off?
So, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is actually a spin-off of a brawler called Armored Warriors. So, if you're itching to try a little bit more of something of this kind, I definitely tracked down that game. Supposedly, it's in Capcom's beat 'em up collection. So, that's definitely something I recommend you guys check out. You too, Mash.
Ye-
Or if you want to play this, you know, obviously get the Capcom Fighting
Well,
Collection.
someone didn't answer the question. Is this they never made like a Cyberbot 2 or anything?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Oh, also, I did want to mention one last thing. I forgot to mention it earlier. Mash, which Street Fighter character do you like playing as a lot in certain Street Fighter games?
That would be Dan, my favorite. I love Dan.
Akuma. You like using Akuma. Come on, work with me here. So there was a PlayStation release of Cyberbots, only in Japan, and Akuma was made into a freaking VA, one of the Cyberbots that you can play as. And I'm dead serious. It actually released on PS3 as one of those Japanese untranslated versions, and I'm kicking myself for not knowing that in advance because I would have loved to show that off.
So, I'm looking at this picture, and it kind of looks like, oh no, it looks like the character from on the left panel of the border. That's what came up first, but no, you're talking about specifically Akuma. There's like an Akuma version of that character, I guess, and
there's an Akuma bot.
it's wow, that looks. The bot even has like little sandals. That's fucking hilarious.
We'll put an image of it
yeah.
on screen. You guys need to see it. But yes, again, oh wow, Mash, if you actually notice at the bottom, there were people that ran away. Like on that
Rampage
thing.
fighting game, make it happen.
Yo, seriously,
Midway.
they put a lot of attention to detail to this. Oh yeah, look at the people and they ran off.
Yeah, the stages in this are fantastic.
But yes, once again, we want to thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in for more fighting game goodness all month of July, once a week, showing off fighters. And next week is another awesome one, so we'll see you then.
Until next time, take it easy and keep fighting.